What's up, y'all? I wanted to do another quick video. Um, Hit the like, share, subscribe, and give me a little engagement for those who were paying attention. Please, give me a little engagement. Let me know your thoughts. I just want to do a quick video on this subject. I just want to talk a little bit about this N word, right? There's been a lot of debate on the N word, and I know it's very deep in Black people's vernacular, right? So embedded that you know people feel like they can't say anything, they can't say any sentences without using that word. They can't address anybody without using that word, whether it's a woman or a man. They can't go without using that word because it's part of their vernacular and whatever is kind of like a pothead can't go without smoking weed all day and things like that. But you know really, I mean, can there be some kind of movement to replace that word? Because some might argue that it's been turned into a word of endearment. But let's look at that though. What context does it really what does it really indicate that it's a term of endearment? When you say my, you know what I'm saying? That's a term of endearment. When you could say all kinds of different things, right? But look at the context that is usually used. Look at it there. That's endearment. Oh, this here. That's endearment. I'm, there's a dozen examples I could think of where and I'm just gonna trying to get the thought process going with this word to think about whether it really is about endearment, whether you really did change the word. Because in all actuality, if you getting mad when an Hispanic uses the word, you get mad when a white person uses the word, then you never changed the factor of the word. You never changed the meaning of the word. You never changed the context of the word. It still holds a scarring tongue. It still possesses a scarring tongue coming off coming off of other races, coming out of other races' mouth, right? So with that being said, did you really change it? Because if you changed it, then you wouldn't be even concerned with them using the word, because now it's a term of endearment, right? It's a term of endearment. Because so if it's a term of endearment, then it shouldn't matter which race uses it, right? You changed the word from Nigga to from Niggr to Nigga, and that makes it all right, right? You put in all these rap songs or whatever, even R&B songs, even R&B sit there and say it now, you know. And I love hip hop, I love R&B, so I can't break away from. Well, I could, but I like what I like. I like my music. I've always known how to like block it out anyway. Even when I'm singing a song, I don't say the word. If anybody knows me, they'll hear me say it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say I never used the word. It never came out of my mouth, but there was certain occasions when it did, and there was certain reasons. Just like I don't like the B word, but there's been occasions when it was warranted. Granted, and it's not an excuse, but at the same time, that's how it is for me. But the thing is, if you get upset with another race saying that word, then you never took that power from them. They still got the power. And to say you're mad when a Hispanic uses it, let's get something straight. There's nothing different between us except the boat stops. You know what I'm saying? We let all kinds of ideologies and indoctrinate us into thinking that we're separate. But they think they're separate from us, so then we think they're separate from us or whatever, and we act like we're separate. If we actually came together, we'd be a force to be reckoned with, and they know that. That's why they have us fighting like that. But in all reality, Hispanics have black in them. Some of them identify as white. Okay, fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't even negate what I'm saying. The point of the matter is, if you feel that uncomfortable about Hispanics saying it, or whites saying it, or Asians saying it, Indonesians saying it, whoever, if you feel that uncomfortable about them saying it, then you never took away the power. You never turned it into a word of endearment. I just feel like we need to retire that word. We need to retire a lot of things, like especially even if you want to stay on the topic of rap. We need to retire the over sexuality, the over sexual innuendo that's in rap. Because that's another thing when it came to that Little Nas accident, that Little Nas X incident, right? Now some people sat there and said, well, you had, women sitting there, shaking their hands or whatever, and if a woman sit there and kiss another woman, then it's not a problem, and this and that. I sit there and I'm an equal opportunist. So if you want to talk like that, we can get rid of that too. I'm an equal opportunist. I'll attack that too. We don't need that either, especially when kids are watching. But your sexuality and what you do in the bedroom should stay in the bedroom, and kids shouldn't be privy to that. That's pure point blank. I don't care how you want to even it out or whatever. Even Charlemagne sat there and defended it. But Charlemagne, you questionable. You sit there and make a mold of your butt and have people sit there and touch it, putting fingers in it or whatever. Yeah, you questionable anyway. Doesn't matter if you're married. You one of them down low brothers. And if you gay, you gay. But you don't have to publicly display it. And there are, I know this for a fact, there are people within the gay community that don't like stuff like that. They don't like that flamboyant stuff. So, come on, man. But I kind of veered off into that. But it goes with the same. It goes with the whole thing of music. Everything sounds the same. Nothing is original. There's no talent anymore. It's over sexualized. But I mean, that's been going on for decades. And then overuse of the N word. There's no need. There's so many ways you can replace that word. But it's like you have to have it in your sentence. It's like your sentence is not complete unless you sit there and say it. Because I've heard people that sit there and if you was to count how many times they say it in one freaking sentence, it is mind-boggling. But let me know what you think about the word. I know a lot of people, if they do comment, they're going to sit there and talk in favor of it. They're going to give me all this scenario about, how it is in terms of endearment, da da da. But you really can't tell me, how it really is a term of endearment. I really would love for somebody to break that down for me. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. But I'm going to leave y'all with that thought. And I'll end this out. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.